Kill the.
Is anyone getting yellow box?
Kill the red triangles. They are literally triangles. Kill the red triangles. The drifters. If you see a drifter inside the hive, please do not fucking shoot it. For the love of God, do not shoot it. I will have the fleet shoot you if you decide to shoot it before I call for it. Any objections?
None here. Although every so often there is the slip of a finger.
Yeah, salvage drone out. Salvage drone out. Oh, FC. Safeties.
Green or red or yellow, because we're in a wormhole system. It won't matter.
Alright.
There's no reason to put it on red, no matter what you're doing.
I mean, if you're killing pods and low sec, it's a good thing to put it on.
I think you can still do that because you're in an engagement with them.
Not if it went the other way.
Also, it doesn't. I don't think it criminal flags you, but you definitely want it set red if you're high sec ganking.
Yeah, that too. Anyway, so slip of the finger, that's fine. If you keep doing it, I'm just going to kill you anyway, because that just means you can't be trusted to keep your finger off the goddamn F1.
Fair enough. Just this is originally Arcs Vigilant to begin with.
Well, don't ask too many times, and there will be a problem. I'll pay for a new one if we have to kill you.
Be communicative. Say, oh my, I am shooting it. Oh dear, I will stop shooting it now. 1 second.
Oh dear, how clumsy of me. My fingers.
Do it. Just we'll get set up on the drifter. Hold up 1 second. We'll get set up on the drifter, and then I will give you the order to kill it via pop drifter. Now, go for question.
I got a weird circle in my screen.
A weird circle.
Is it red?
Yeah, it tells me to orbit one of the vigilants. It's like a projection of my orbit.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And you know how it is there and why it is there?
Tactical
Are you
overlay.
talking about your tactical overlay?
That's a tactical overlay.
Yeah, I always got my tactical overlay, but why doesn't it tell me to orbit the vigilant?
Why doesn't it tell you to?
Yeah, look in the fleet, look at the picture. I got the normal blue line, which is the approach line, and the orbit, which is currently your ship's actual trajectory it follows. And I got this light blue line telling me that vigilant or something.
I guess that's you have the.
Sometimes your tactical overlay will lock certain orbits or flight paths into your visual, into the visual, and even if they become irrelevant,
we're all here.
So you'll actually see multiple orbital lines around the same
take
object.
The wormhole. Turn your prop mods off, by the way. Turn your prop mods off, then take the.
Taking wormhole,
Taking wormhole.
So it's nothing fleet-wise or feature or whatsoever.
And I would appreciate if we have a little bit more context.
Ew, red giant.
The Hive.
Yeah, bookmark the wormhole.
You just set drones to passive.
Yeah, confessors shouldn't have drones.
What's the orbit range for confessors? 3K, 5K?
3K or greater.
Okay.
There are mobile depots.
So the broadcast align to is up. Make sure you align to that.
Align to?
Yes, align to. Turn your hardeners on if you have active hardeners. If you don't worry about it. And confessors. So this is the thing. Be in defensive mode whenever you take a game. Yeah? Yeah. Defensive.
Whenever I take a blank, you glitched up.
Be in defensive mode when you're taking a
gate. A gate.
We hear g. And that's
you need to adjust your mic, your push to talk delay a little.
Probably do. Anyway,
if you're not in defensive mode and there's a drifter on the other side, then you will be crunchy and good with ketchup.
Ooh, yummy.
They do kind of look like French fries, don't they? All right. Doesn't look like anybody's missing, so Otherwise, we're just going to go through gates. Does anybody not have tags on their over?
We walked through one, didn't we?
Yeah, that'll be back through gate behind us.
All right, everybody approach the gate tag G. We
Prop mods on or off?
prop mods on, kill the red triangle pentagons, the pentagon. Kill the red pentagons, shoot them, kill them dead. And nobody else gets to loot except for... Who's our lucky winner? Whose name do I recognize that I like? Furzak. Furzak, go loot the cruiser Rex and up. I like Furzak's name. Furzak. Okay, cool. You're going. Baller.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm going to have to get used to my damage ranges with different damage.
Yeah. So
It'll take a little while.
So for approaching this gate, you could be in like, I don't know, speed or shooty. What's the sharpshooter? Sharpshooter. But once you get to the gate, switch to armor or defensive before taking it. And then once you're on the other side, and if there's no drifter, oh god damn it! All right,
Hello, Artemis.
Artemis. Everybody gets set up on the Artemis instead.
Once again, please do not shoot the Artemis.
Close orbit?
Orbits as previously defined. 3K.
Stitcher has an Optimus aggro.
Somebody make sure Stitcher isn't dying.
Are we locking the Artemis?
Yes, you can lock the Artemis. You can web it. You can tracking disrupt it. Just don't shoot it.
It does
The
seem to
reason
have
is-
a blue first line.
If the first line drops, it will launch a doomsday. If we are not in position, someone will explode. That is why.
I'd rather they not explode. In the meantime,
So
keep shooting Lancers.
Say if I am prop mod on and orbiting the Artemis at 5K, is that correct? Ish.
What are you in?
The Confessor.
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
Aria,
Has it switched to Haria?
you need to be orbiting the Artemis at the range I gave
I
you.
am currently approaching Caprice.
Haria, not Aria.
Aria, not Aria. Maybe I should just go with Harry Tomato.
Yeah.
Harry Tomato. It is pronounced Harry Tomato, right? I did get it right this.
You say tomato, and I say let's call the whole thing off.
Is it Harrier or Aria? One of you has to choose.
I'm just gonna go with Harry Tomato.
Okay.
Harry Tomato, you need to be orbiting the drift.
Remind me, are we using radial or transversal or angular for our measures?
Angular.
Roger that.
And we should be using tracking speed disruption scripts in our things.
Yes, tracking speed disruption. The Pilgrim has his own special rules that he will follow for Hikanta, but otherwise uses tracking speed.
So, Dark, this is Harry Tomato, by the way. So whenever there's a drifter on grid, I'm supposed to orbit it, right?
Yes. At that range that I gave you earlier, which I think for you was 750.
So we do not shoot the Artemis, but do we use the tracking script, disruption script?
Yes.
You can use all E-War, just no damage. Have your drones out on passive, and you can use them on other things. Just no shooting Artemis. But E-War is fine.
FC, this is Aria. I believe Haria and I are more or less sharing an orbit.
Well, that's a thing.
I believe one of you is at 500, the other one was at 750.
I'm not at any particular range. I am approaching Caprice.
Which may not work how intended, yeah.
It might not, but I figured I'd at least give it a shot and see if it did or didn't.
Well, my angular velocity is nice and high.
Haria is orbiting at 500 meters.
So confessors, you need to be at 3K or greater with your prop mods on in defensive. Tannhauser Nasseri, I'm pretty sure is not.
No, I'm changing
Magda
my
is also
orbit
not
to-
defensive mode, but switching.
Yep. Nope. That's why we're here, and we're getting it sorted. So that way we.
I just swapped to defensive as well.
Yep. Nope. That's what I'm telling you.
orbiting
So we
right
can-
now at 300.
3,000 meters. That's fine. That's good. Good. Okay, so we got Stitcher. There's Stitcher. There's Super.
My range is bouncing a little bit, but for the most part, it's okay.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Bomber's Bar.
God damn it.
Lol.
Just really just be disappointing, really. Okay, so I'm looking for.
Well, Arya's range has in fact settled at 1.46 kilometers. So it is working. This is a stable orbit.
Good. Caprice, what's your orbit actual distance?
My actual is 1.3 to 1.4. Goes up and down a little. Yeah,
That's
1.39.
Mine is surprisingly stable comparatively. It's been 1.46 since I made the last statement.
Wow.
What is currently? Why are we doing this? Why aren't we like?
we're
getting
making
something?
we're making sure that the ships on these special teams are in their proper orbits, so that way they're not colliding with each other. So that way we don't have an accidental
Basically, when that
misfire
blue,
of the Doomsday. It doesn't kill.
basically when that blue overshield on the Tyrannos goes down, it'll fire a Doomsday at somebody. We're relying on small sig, high angular velocity to make sure it doesn't hit. Because if it does hit, that's a black ship.
On which note, this is Arya. I did just collide with someone, and I think it's Haria. Maybe not, though.
Yeah, my orbit went a little funny there.
So the Doomsday actually uses a tracking.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does use tracking. But
the whole purpose of this furball is to dodge it.
When the blue shield drops, everybody loses their lock to it, and it loses all effect on the ship. So you can't really trust a tracking disruptor.
Is there an optimal range we should be orbiting at in order to maintain angular velocity?
We've already sorted that out. Everybody's already.
I might have been AFK for that.
So who's this?
Magda.
Yes, you're supposed to be at 3K because you're in a confessor. In defensive mode.
Roger. Applying.
The special teams are all pre-sorted.
Thank you.
Yep. Alright, so is anybody colliding with anybody right now?
Nope, not so far.
I just had a confessor go very close to me, but no.
Oh, who's orbiting too close? Nobody? That doesn't look like it.
Advise damage types as well for confessors, please.
Whatever you're in range for.
Yeah, probably Gleam or multi-frequency at this range. If I had
For this range, yes, Gleam.
White.
Yeah, there you go.
White.
Flight Tech 2, specifically.
I'm not rated for Tech 2, unfortunately.
In which case, that's multi-spec.
So,
should we count down?
Yeah. Aria. Angular?
Angular is 0.35.
Good. Caprice?
Same, 0.35.
Haritomato?
This is Harrier. What do you want me to report?
Your angular velocity.
Angular velocity.
I have no idea. I have to sort it out in the overview.
Okay. Well, once you get it sorted, let us know, and we'll continue. Stitch.
0.27.
Super.
0.27 also.
Mallow.
0.2.
Okay. So all we're waiting for is Haritomato. Overview. There's a option in your overview settings under the
It's probably on by default. You just need to make your window wide enough. Just pull it half across the screen. It should be on.
Okay, I'm familiar with it. I just didn't have it visible. So my angular is 0.35.
0.35. Okay. Bob Drifter. Yes, that means you can shoot it now. Keep shooting. Relock it. Keep killing it.
Swinging a miss on Stitcher.
Yay. That's what we're looking for. Because otherwise, that Doomsday is like 600 something K alpha. I don't see anybody surviving that here.
Yeah.
It's doable, just not here. Okay, reapproach the gate, drones in. Reapproach the gate, drones in. Verzak, grab the loot.
He died really fast.
So I do think that I was very narrowly missing colliding with Haria pretty regularly there, and it did collide once or twice. Have we considered doing an officer conga line?
It's always a little possibility.
Or just like a 250 meter offset on your orbit.
Yeah. I don't remember us trying that before, but I don't know if people tried it.
I think the issue with the conga line is that 10% web.
Hi.
Well, actually, Haria could not orbit at 750 because I'm missing the option. And I know the radial menu should give me the option to set the radius to 750, but for some reason it doesn't open.
Select an object in space. On the selected item window, right-click orbit, and then set default orbit distance.
Haria, I'm not receiving cap from you. That's Stitcher.
So, Duck Zero, you want me to orbit at 750 meters, right?
Yes, 750 meters.
Okay, I do not have this precise distance.
You can enter it manually.
So, select an item in space, like the gate, for example. There's the orbit button on the selected item window. You right-click it and then select set default orbit.
Harry Tomato, again, kind of need cap, please.
So the set default that it gives does... Okay, excuse me. Never mind. Does include a 7.5.
And if you right-click, if you use the selected item window, you can actually type in a custom.
Thank you.
Are we ready to go?
So FC, I settled it somehow. I guess I worked it out.
Yeah,
You got it set?
No go just yet. Stitcher is just recovering cap after going bingo.
Roger that.
All right, we're good.
There you go. 02.
Thank you.
All right. Any other issues? No? Okay. Confessors, defensive mode. Everybody take the gate.
Negative, Drifter.
So far.
Well, yes, but that's always the way of it.
So there should be gates with tags. We're going to approach gate tagged A as an out.
Alfarius.
Shoot the red triangles.
Alonso.
Okay, it should be on your left side as you enter the room.
Shift change in progress.
I reported the shift change at 20. I've reported it in fleet chat anyway. If it's anything, it's the frigates going around.
Yeah, the frigates warp in these days, so. You can
Prop mods on.
Yep, prop mods on. You can shift to speed mode.
Was reporting shift change by the brief presence of cruisers on the overview.
Oh, those are what, every 6 minutes, if I remember it right?
Correct.
But good job. So that would actually line up with 20. 20 to 6 minutes is 32. So, good job. I'm catching that because I don't think they showed up on my overview.
It was a warping through sort of showing up.
Once you get to the gate, obviously Confessors switch back to defensive mode, and yeah, everybody else doesn't have to
drop
worry
mods
about
off a line down the gate.
that. Yeah, you can do that. Or you can not. That doesn't really matter.
Depends how eager you are to be first in.
Yep.
Pretty much.
All right, looks like everybody's here. Everybody can take the gate.
Despite flying a Vigilant, I still have a scouting habit. Of course, I'm almost never the first one in on account of Vigi.
I'm continuing.
Negative on drifters.
Okay, so it's been a while since we've been into this. We're going to go to Gate Charlie.
Please don't get us
Charlie.
lost.
No, I know exactly where we are. I'm just we haven't gone through Gate Charlie in a while, so I want to go through Gate Charlie.
Is that the road to Candy Mountain?
Going to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
The door.
We're gonna go see the Banana King.
Does he live on Banana
Switch
Mountain?
ammo types, I get that little dig and it freaks me out. You have new items.
It's
Wait.
so annoying.
It has a ding.
You have the same items.
Is this like the gong of old?
I
No,
don't
it's
have
like
sound.
The gong.
So
Oh my god, if they bring back the gong.
Gong.
sound, so I don't know if it has a ding or not.
It does have one use. I'll give it this. If you're in a contest to see who can salvage faster, it's quite useful then because you know you won.
As somebody that actually does salvaging in wormhole space, it is a horror.
This was from Trig Up the other day. We went up with some leech in the site trying to salvage alongside us, and I was routinely winning, and I knew I was winning because dong, 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 ping, ping.
All right, looks like everybody's on the gate. Fleet tick gate.
Negative Drifter.
Here, drifty, 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 Drew.
All right, gate tagged Alpha. You can just approach it. Don't even worry about shooting the red pentagons and.
The fact that they target Ericsand every single room.
And just put it in speed mode and go back to gate Alpha.
Is this kind of a maze kind of thing?
Sorta. It sort of is, but I just wanted to check the room to see if there's anything new. Which there isn't. I'd say I'm shocked, but I'm not.
Story development? What are you talking about?
Cedric and Mallow, prop mods on, if you please. All right, they're close enough. Fleet, take the gate. Just not even going to worry about killing these things because they don't point. They don't web. They just shoot. They're kind of annoying. And then once you're in the room, go to gate Alpha, which should still be tagged from last time.
Sentinel.
Sentinel Alpha transfers the name of the gate, but some people just have type for whatever reason and don't bother with name. I don't know what kind of person would do that, but, well, they exist. So I just tag them. It makes it easier.
Definitely does.
Prop mods on, speed mode on, all that fun stuff.
Hey, the standing towards drifters has decreased.
The what?
Don't neglect cap chain, guys, even though we're currently no hostile. Thank
I
you.
had positive standing with my drifters.
Yeah, minus 1.2 for every drifter you can.
Jesus.
If you're like me and you're an asshole who comes in here and dual boxes them, I'm already at minus 10.
I was actually at +4 or something.
How?
Criminal connections? Question mark. It's the friggin' social skills.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just one of them.
Just waiting on Ryuki. Ricky? Is it Ricky? Ricky.
Alright, don't overshoot the gate.
I think he's got it set for orbit. Alright, fleet, take the gate. Take the gate. Defense mode for the confessors. Just in case. I'd rather you not die.
No drifter.
God damn it.
Ooh, hacking sites.
Yeah, they're all pretty much worthless. Kill the triangles. Kill the Pentagon. We should probably go see what's down Gate C as well. Approach Gate Charlie. Approach Gate Charlie. Kill the Pentagons. Speed or sharpshooter mode as you see fit.
So do these guys drop like normal sleeper blue loot?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not much.
Not much. It's not much at all. I mean, it's still somewhat worth time to pick up just because enough of it and it adds up for SRP purposes.
That hacking site, the relic thing, the Sentinel alignment unit, that any good?
Yeah, sorta. We're gonna get a doodad out of it, but it's only good for drifter drugs.
At least for now.
So is that sleeper data bank an actual hack?
Yep, that's an actual hack, and they usually contain data core, which are about as useful as me shitting in your hand and saying, "Here's your."
Super General, don't forget to broadcast when you're being targeted.
I will do when it's getting a concerning amount of health. When there was one mob left and I'm still at a third armor, I'm still fine. Third shield.
Good practice, mate. Still.
It's all good.
So for those aligning down the gate, a good trick is set your speed to 3/4. It'll make sure you get to the end of the gate quite a bit slower, while still being fast enough to go to warp.
Kenzo, you may be beyond the gate.
Verzak,
No, he's inside of it.
you good? Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming, Ricky. Before you go, if you have a minute, fill that out. I guess everybody else could do it right now, but I'd rather everybody else take the gate. Take the gate. Take the gate.
Taking gate.
Ricky can fill out the form. Sorry, Ricky. You have to go. You don't get to see the fun stuff, but an effort was made.
Negative, drifters.
Come on.
I'm loving the very adorable picture of Mac at the end with Uriel.
Apparently, I didn't tell my main command ship to take the goddamn gate.
Tell it harder.
So there's an acceleration gate named Acceleration Gate. You should go towards that one and not the one named Sentinel Rip. There we go. Tagged A. Tagged Alpha.
The way we came.
Surprise.
Cul-de-sac.
Let's see. Let me check this one just to make sure.
The deadest of ends.
Okay, nothing new. You can ignore the reds. And Cedric Magda. Prop mods, if you would please. S'il vous plaît. And take the gate, 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 take the gate. And then go to gate tagged Alpha.
So nothing new so far, huh?
Nothing new so far. I figured at least I could do is check while we're here.
No, makes good sense.
My pictures are from 2016, so.
What's the story behind this anyway? Like the short version, like all these pockets you go through and come back to.
So a long time ago, this used to be that you have to have a fleet on each side, and there used to be a can in each of these rooms that you would hack, and that would unlock the gate named Transfer Gate. So, but that no longer applies. So we're still checking the rooms just in case, though, if something else happened.
That doesn't apply because it's like a story progression, or they removed the requirements.
They just removed the requirements for whatever reason.
Story progressed as an excuse for removing the requirements.
I see.
Legacy code.
Spaghetti code. All right, I'm going to try and hack the can to get the doodad. Yeah, what you used to do is you'd have a can in each room that would be hackable, and you would sit there ready to clear the hack while the fleet moved on without.
I've actually, sorry, just jump in a second. There's a confessor that I don't think's jumped through with us yet because he's still out of D-scan range. Oh, sorry, he's not on grid with us, but he's on D-scan range.
That might be Ricky. He warped off back to the wormhole.
Gotcha.
because he had to go because real life sucks. So that might be him. If it isn't, is he still on? No, he's not. Not within 1 AU, so
Gotcha.
nothing to worry about there. It's probably Ricky. I swear to the God, this one does not like me.
I was just noticing that.
I swear, firewalls everywhere.
Actually, drones.
Well, those are the shield bots. Okay, second time's the charm.
Beats period.
I think it's just luck, to be honest, for some of it.
Stitcher, you're moving past the gate.
Yep, I know. I'm already sitting back. Don't worry.
And Fleet, take the gate. Take the gate. Take the defensive mode for the confessors.
Oh,
God.
Apollo Tyrannos.
Oh God, take the gate. If you haven't taken the gate, you're gonna die.
Is Apollo in the next room as well?
Apollo is in the next room.
Okay, get set up on Apollo. Mallow, you good? Okay, cool. Get set up on Apollo. Webs tracking disrupts. There are frigates that are coming in. Feel free to kill the frigates. Do not kill Apollo, though.
Somebody's shooting it.
Whoever's shooting it, please stop.
Damage on Apollo.
Bubba! I can see the beams, Bubba.
Sorry.
You must be punished.
He did. He got named and shamed. Kill the frigates, though. Kill the frigates here do web for whatever fucking reason.
Should we still be in defensive?
Yes, you should still be in defensive for the confessors. Although, if you're really feeling ballsy, I guess you could switch to sharpshooter.
We don't
Ignoring
need
glances?
you don't need sharpshooter, do you?
You don't need it.
He's gonna pop instantly in it anyway.
It's just in case he decides, for whatever reason, to actually try and take a shot at a confessor. It lowers your sig radius. Yeah, I expect people will be getting close on the orbits, but they shouldn't be colliding. Once everybody's, stable and whatnot. I don't care if the confessors collide with. Wow, confessors collide with each other. What even is speaking these days?
Yeah, Mallow just hit Arya.
God damn it, Mallow. 1500.
Hit at 1500. I ballooned out at 2.2. Want me to move to 1500?
Yes. If you're colliding with you're like the least needed member of the special teams. Because he has literally one job and one use. Not
critical, but critical.
We did just fine without one last time.
You're like the guy with fetal alcohol syndrome who got to be the equipment manager of the high school football team.
But that's okay, Mallow. We still love you.
Thank you.
All right, you're not colliding with anybody anymore, are you, Mallow?
Negative. I'm good.
All right, I'm busy watching your orbit right now. You came really close to General.
Yeah, I'm coming close, but I'm not hitting anybody yet.
Okay, then. Caprice?
0.36.
Aria?
0.36.
Haritamato?
1.8 kilometers.
No, you're angular.
Angular.
Oh, sorry. 0.31.
Stitcher?
0.27.
General?
0.27.
Pop Drifter. Pop Drifter. Pop Drifter. Pop Drifter. Kill it. Kill it. Make it dead.
Swing and a miss on Stitcher.
Good. Approach gate golf. Approach gate golf. Approach gate golf. Kill the rest of the stuff with things. Verzak, you don't need to worry about looting in this room because I'm going to deploy an MTU because we'll be back.
Lancers.
Yay, Lancers. Everybody's favorite.
Test 1, 2, 3.
4, 5.
Test complete.
Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 8.
Huh. Did the drifters, at least the damaged parts of them, always have a kind of iridescent rainbow finish?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They did indeed.
Okay, so apparently I haven't been looking closely enough.
The only thing I've observed that's changed from the last time I did a Hive fleet was the actual wormhole animation, the graphic for it.
It's kind of interesting because that iridescence is actually identical to a lot of the stuff that you see in sleeper caches, like the turrets.
It's space stealth. Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes it look like their armor is made of oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to have a
Slippery.
different way of doing this gate. The first thing going to go in is the damnation. After that, the Guardians and the Pilgrim are going to go down. The Pilgrim is going to do his thing. And then everybody else can come in afterward. Any questions?
Yeah, hang on a second, Dark. I've got to change script.
Okay.
So the reason for that is that on the other side of this gate is basically a boss fight. It's basically a double-powered drifter.
It's annoying
and it starts
because
at extreme range.
It's annoying because it sits at 100 kilometers to start with and can wreck the Guardians in the face before it gets close.
And will.
It has in the past.
Which is why we feed it bait first.
And then there's also not a limit. Like, you can have the boss drifter and then a normal drifter as well, actually.
You can have 2 normal drifters in there.
Yep.
In principle, you can have 4.
Hello's ready.
Hello's ready. Okay. Guardians and Pilgrim, please align down the gate. Prop mods off, ideally. 3/4 speed. I'd rather you not overshoot the gate, but you know. And there goes the damnation. Oh, Guardians, Pilgrim, stand by for update. Kanta only. Guardians, Pilgrims, you may make your way into the room. Pilgrim, please be advised that overheating is excessive in this room because of red giant effect. Be careful of your heat.
Roger.
Guardian Pilgrim, take the gate. Everybody else, you may now align down the gate. Damnation's being shot. Guardian Pilgrim gets set up, and everybody else take the gate.
TD's up.
Look at that. Hikata suddenly can't hit me anymore.
Confirm that Guardians approach Hikanta.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for Hikata to get a little bit closer. Pretty sure he's bouncing off the stupid structure.
Be very, very quiet. We can't do weapons.
Alright, now go for Hikanta. Now go for Hikanta. Get set up on Hikanta.
Stitch a red box by Hikanta.
Boo. That would mean General. Take his spot at 1,000.
Roger that, 1,000.
Where's Stitch orbiting now?
I think your orbit's still set to 1,000, right?
Yeah.
But because you have a 60% web, that changes your orbit actually.
Ah, right.
Ha ha! That's why I'm the FC, because I think about these things. That vault is where I change out the indices that we have previously, and you get, well, the previous fleet will get stuff with the thing.
So you take items in here to exchange them.
Yep. The name should match the vaults. I have previously been given Sentinel Index, and when I exchange them, I will get Sentinel Element. Hikanta, however, does not drop Sentinel. Hikanta will drop something else. I forget which. It goes in a pattern. It goes one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and creates a giant circle.
Read out after this one, I think.
It might be. Who's Hikanta on right now? Still Stitcher?
Still Stitcher.
Okay. Caprice?
0.36.
Aria?
0.36.
Haritomato?
0.31.
Stitcher?
0.20.
Super?
0.28.
Mallow?
0.19.
Close enough. Pop Drifter, Pop Drifter, Pop Drifter, Pop Drifter, Pop. Kill it dead.
Swing and a miss on Stitcher, I believe.
Yep, that's what it looked like to me. So kill it, make it dead. And I will now issue.
Just orbit wreck after it's dead, I guess.
I'll just issue to regroup. You can all come chill with me.
Yeah, wild structure appeared.
Are we shooting the rest of them?
Yeah, you can shoot the rest of them. So, for those of you who haven't been here before, this is a Drifter Hive. As you can see, it's a giant ring in space.
Only maybe half the size of Iceland.
Yeah, roughly. Also, there is a broadcast for target. You can see over there, there's a sleeper canopic with a drifted corpse. Or drove corpse, whichever. There's an object. It's over there. There's Jove corpse. You can see it.
There are a few of them around, I think.
Yeah, I think there's two, at least two, maybe three on each side. Yeah, three on each side. And the sleeper enclaves look like they've been beat to shit. Presumably, it's the drifters stealing bodies, as they do.
One of these Jovian corpses is still at attention.
Can you scoop them?
No, unfortunately, they're LCOs, so you can't really scoop them. Just space scenery. They're space scenery.
I've ever heard your corpse described as space scenery.
It's a shrubbery.
How much money does CCP need?
You'd have to ask them. Go to FanFest and ask them.
Isn't it really the question of how much money does Polar Bears need?
Same difference.
Yeah, but one's a bit small and one's a bit larger.
So how do we get blueprints to build one of these hives of our own in Hive?
You have to bribe CC.
Wait for the plotline to progress further.
Good joke.
One day.
Never.
Well, they have been showing up as bit players kind of in other people's plot lines and as plot devices. So, but yeah, they're
you get a feeling
taking their sweet time.
Yeah, they're still here. The drifters are still around, guys.
As evidence, they are in fact still here because we are punching them in the face right now and taking their lunch.
Yeah. Basically, the problem is that they ran into is that there's a culture of if you get killed by an NPC, you therefore suck. No one except us and like one or two other groups were even interested in taking on the drifters. So in a certain sense, this content is both sort of ultra elite high end and stuff nobody wanted to run.
So it's kind of an orphan.
We are the most ultra elite scrubs in all of New Eden, basically.
But it got scared. Drifters are scurry.
Arataka Research Consortium, the most ultra elite scrubs in all of New Eden.
Sounds like an advert to join Brave.
Anybody else is actually running this anymore. I think the other guys gave up too.
Yeah, we are basically the only ones at this point. On the flip side, we and those who have flown with us are basically the only ones who know how to do it.
Do we have
and not die.
And not die. I mean, you can brute force it with a caracal fleet.
Yeah.
I kind of miss doing that, in fact.
Yeah. It felt epic. In terms of the elements, though, the space toast, do we have any idea what they might relate to or might be used for? Are they really just that much just a MacGuffin?
So there's a question as to whether they are actually, at this point, politically usable. I mean, my wife, who is also a player, is of the opinion that Eve can't, or that CCP can't possibly actually make something useful for them to do without basically handing ARC a huge present. On the other hand, it's not like we haven't worked for it.
No. Both are, fair points. I sort of went in more in the lore sense.
If you have drones out, please put your drones in. It doesn't look like anybody has drones out, so good.
I think almost everyone who's still heavily involved is interested in the lore.
Can we tractor tag J, or do we have to burn for?
No, we'd have to burn for it, but we're not going to do that this run. We are going to this location. We're going to a location in space.
Just when I think we're
and in time,
pull us back in.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, we are going through time as well.
A location in space and time.
At a rate of 1 second per second.
Well, right now,
which is kind of anomalous because we're moving it above sea.
Yeah,
we are in fact above sea level.
We're moving above sea, but the ship itself is technically not moving above sea. It both is and isn't.
That's space science.
Yes,
that sounds pretty improbable.
All right,
it's moving in a bubble of technobabble.
Take a break. We're out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere right now, so be back at 21:15. Is that good?
21:15. Aye.
Thank you. 21:15.
It's 21:15. Everybody should be back. If you are back, please align towards the Sentinel, which I have broadcasted. If you are not back, you obviously won't be able to. This gives me an accurate idea as to who's actually here and who, completely ignored 21:15.
Can I be here and ignore you?
I guess you could. I would just, move you to a different squad, warp you to a different bookmark, and then leave you.
Aww.
Yeah. Discovery is Kelvin-verse and can be safely ignored.
The only one we're missing right now is Cedric. Cedric.
Yes, Cedric.
Red Fist guy from E-Uni. I don't know, maybe he had to go shit or something.
Power pooper.
Or real life kicked him in the nuts. I don't know. Oh yeah, I should probably remove this bookmark too.
Shit for the ages.
It's one hell of a shit.
There'll be songs and poems. The bards will recount tales of this inglorious day.
Cedric, you there, bro?
I'm here.
Okay, please align towards the Sentinel, where everybody else is.
I see we are still awaiting the ready signal from one of our fleet members.
Yep. There he goes. There he goes. All right.
Yay!
All right, everybody, defensive mode, because here we go. Round 2. Fight!
Ooh.
Who the fuck ooh-wooed that?
My ear.
Right, so primary is whoever that guy was.
Twilight Runners.
Ah!
Damn it. Everybody get set up on Apollo! We're gonna kill the shit out of this guy. Get set up on Apollo. Webs. Tracking disrupts. Orbit. No guns, though. No guns. Verzak is being shot. Do not let my man Verzak die.
Mainly because he's got all the loot.
Yeah.
What's the average loot in this, anyways?
Not much.
Yeah, we're here for the experience, not for the money.
Yeah, I know. But still.
We're not getting any money. Bye.
It depends on how much you can sell an element for.
Yeah, that's pretty much. In this case, we have exactly enough people for 2 runs and no spare ISK. So no payouts for spare elements because there is no spare elements.
No, I wasn't even expecting to be paid out. I just wanted to see the stuff.
Yeah, if you
welcome to Wormholes.
Once we get the form filled out, you can pick whether or not you want the doodad or not.
Is anyone actually taking damage? Oh, they will now. Lancers are out.
Yeah, fucking Lancers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's shift change.
Yeah, it is. There might be another drifter.
That always makes things slightly more interesting.
Yep.
Shoot them Lancers, then.
Shoot the Lancers. Do not shoot the drifter. While everybody else is shooting the stuff with things, Caprice.
I am 0.3.
Aria.
0.36.
Haritomato.
3-1.
Stitcher.
0.29.
Super.
0.29.
Milo.
0.19.
God damn it. Alright. Pop Apollo. Pop Apollo. Pop, pop, pop. Pop it up. Kill it. Kill it.
Why does he untarget himself?
Swing and a miss on Stitcher.
It's an ECM burst effect. One of the side effects of popping that shield thing.
It's the blue overshield. You kill the blue overshield, it loses all effects and target locks on the target. Alright, approach, gate golf, kill the things, Verzak, do the looting. As you do.
It prevents you from alphaing the drifters as well.
Yeah, it does. It's annoying as shit. Literally, you cannot alpha. True, you cannot alpha with guns. You can sort of alpha through staggered missiles. You cannot alpha with guns, though. It's annoying as shit. I've tried. Don't get me wrong. It's a 5k shield. Use the tornado. Yeah, that's it. If you try to do more than 5k, it locks it down to 5k. Derp. I've done it.
So it's not like the CCP Citadels where so-called 5,000 maximum DPS and you just alpha half the shields of the Citadel with bombs.
Yeah. No, it's literally a 5k shield, and then anything more just doesn't get rolled.
Sucks.
I used to use tornadoes to fight drifters, and the first shot always took down the shield, but I could always get more than 5k once the shield was down.
Probably best pull those drones. Thank you.
Get nervous with the drones out.
So what's the special purpose of the Pilgrim?
Tracking disrupts with optimal range, 4 of them set to overheat. During the Hikanta room, drop his optimal down to about, I think it's around 20 kilometers, or fall off with optimal is around 20 kilometers.
Keep him from eating the lynx, basically.
More eating the Guardians. The Lynx actually have more tank than the Guardians combined.
Okay, so it's just to make sure that he doesn't shoot through the...
Yeah,
Shit.
2 wrecking shots in a row usually tends to kill the Guardians. Fleet, take gate. Take gate. The Guardians don't have that much in the way of tank. Their specialty is avoiding getting shot by the Doom. But Hikanta is strong enough to not worry about that, and far enough away that dual wrecking shots will end the Guardian.
Negative Drifter.
Excellent. Go to Gate Bravo. Gate Bravo.
Bravo! Bravo!
That makes sense. Smart.
So, I mean, we've had it where the last fleet we didn't have enough for the Pilgrim, so we just had the Damnation literally just sit there and face tank until Hikanta was on top of it, and then sent the fleet in.
The place where it really becomes essential is the conflux, since there everyone's signature blooms to ridiculous levels, and consequently the Hikanta is going, oh, what a lovely field of targets.
And it kills your armor resist. So it's like,
that
hey, look, you have bigger sig and your armor sucks.
And you got the long way away and 0 transversal.
Pretty much.
So yeah.
Doesn't sound like a fun place.
I would instead describe it as unusually fun as these things go. But then I'm always the one who prays for disaster.
It's more exciting. Keeps you on your toes more.
Yeah, that's what we have with the new drifters in wormholes. Because every single drifter in the combat sites now also scrams. Instead of point. So no more micro jump driving out of sight.
Oh, exciting.
There's something weird with them though. Because you can still use a mobile micro jump unit. Or get command jumped off with one of the sleeper scrams on you.
Huh.
That sounds broken.
Yes, they are different than player scrams. Like actual scrams still stop that. But the sleeper scrams do only stop you from using a micro warp drive or local micro jump drive. Not any other micro jump effect.
How the hell?
We have encountered drifter death balls in Hive.
Thank you for the shield maintenance, but you might want to pull those.
We're still waiting for Mallow to catch up.
I'm coming.
I know you're coming.
Yes, but it's not going to be that long.
I don't know. Vigilance aren't the fastest thing in the world.
I think he comes. I think he's here. Take the gate. By respawn, you mean the rats in here? Yes, they definitely do respawn.
FC, is there a point to scan down any of these signatures in system while we're doing?
All signatures in system are wormholes.
Oh.
All of them. Every single signature is a wormhole.
There are 63 of them.
6 short.
Dang, there's a lot of wormholes.
So basically, if you could set up some kind of hub here, this would be better than there.
Can't.
Go to Gate Charlie. You cannot anchor structures.
That's why I said if.
If you could, yeah, it'd be great. You can't, unfortunately. But if you could...
Go with the fucking Orca, go to Nomad Life.
Exactly.
Maybe instead of anchoring structures, you just build a Titan out here and then let people just like dock in it and use the fitting service.
I'm sorry, did you not see what happened last time Drifters encountered a Titan?
No, I did not.
There 100 drifters just rolled up, fired off their doomsdays, potted the guy, and then just left.
Guy? Wow,
well, it's technically a girl. It's technically a girl, but you know,
broadly construed.
Just, but the Titan just got out.
How about the elements let us go through the Jovian Stargate to a room in this wormhole that you can build in? So you have to go through, use the thing every time you want to go through the gate.
We'd still have enough. We could probably move enough freighters to actually use a Titan, to build a Titan.
Yeah.
FC, do we have a estimated time for the rest of this site? I've got someone who wants to take me to.
Probably about half an hour.
Okay.
Probably. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. I'm bad with time, so.
About half an hour sounds fair to me.
Happy Hanukkah.
All right. Everybody's pretty much here. Fleet, take the gate.
Apollo Tyrannos.
Yay!
Yeah!
Get set up. Webs. Track and disrupt. The works.
Ouch. That hurt.
You're good. We got you.
What the fuck? Somebody in my corp wants to buy dirty boy cells. Yes! He's trading them for precious metals. Yes. I have weird friends.
Are these the guys you hear about in those math problems?
Probably. Probably is.
I think he means biocells, though. Instead of boy cells.
You just swap the last two letters of bio, and you get boy.
Cells.
Boy? Yeah, boy!
I'm Orange Box by Apollo.
That's Skipdo, right?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, so once he swaps off of you, he'll just yellow box you. You're just like staring angrily in your general direction while shooting somebody else.
I haven't forgotten about you.
He'll forget about you real quick as soon as the blue overshield drops, though.
Asshole.
Right?
Just like the guy.
Don't you forget about me.
Don't.
Thank you.
However, if the Guardians start dropping, he may remember you real quick.
There is that. Hopefully they don't drop. No dying. Dying is not authorized here.
Roger that.
All right. Caprice.
0.36.
Aria.
0.36 to whatever.
Haratomato.
0.31.
Stitcher.
0.27.
Super.
0.27.
Mallow.
19.
0.9?
19.
19. I Pop Drifter.
I was shocked at 0.9 for a brief moment there.
Swinging a bit on Stitcher.
I'm kind of enjoying the fact that our vigilants are from Sephram and Electus Matari.
Yeah.
Fleet approach gate Bravo. I'm guessing they don't like each other?
Well,
personally, I don't think the pilots have a problem with each other.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not paying any attention to RP stuff, so I have no idea what that meant, other than I'm assuming one's a Mar and one's a Mar.
That's pretty much right, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's sufficiently right for your purposes.
Yay.
Your purposes.
Yeah. It's less weird than me being Ushrakan, or the Cappy being Ushrakan.
Oh, God.
Considering what Ushra Khan has been getting up to lately, yes. That would actually be slightly awkward.
Cedric and Verzak. Oh wait, Verzak's going for the cruiser. Good. Cedric.
Cedric will need to drop fleet, but thank you for showing me this wormhole. I have never seen this.
Oh, well, hopefully you can finish it next time.
I'll hope so too.
Did you fill out
There's
the
a really
form?
big pile of sticks.
Yeah, I tossed my name into that
cool.
link there.
Just making sure. Well, in that case, once you warp off, have a nice day.
Advise hitting high sec before logging out.
Yeah, I'm warping to the bookmark I made at the entry hole.
Good.
Good.
Be careful going out. There can be drifters in the high-sec side once you get out through the worm.
Well, that's what I forgot.
With that in mind, when we go back out, if there are drifters on the gate, do we want to be preset for speed mode in order to align quicker and then to swap into defensive mode?
No.
What we do, we send a scout through. If there are drifters there, we wait for the drifters to come through the wormhole. They will not come through to our version of the other side of the wormhole. They'll just disappear.
Fleet take gate, fleet take gate, fleet take gate. They got some special thing where they jump through the wormhole and they just disappear. It's kind of like that what's that relay from Mass Effect 2, the Omega relay?
It sounds like assets are just getting deloaded.
Yeah, exactly.
And approach gate Bravo. Approach gate Bravo. I didn't see anything new there. I think the cloud is a little bit shinier, but that's really about it.
Well, there do keep being graphical updates.
I mean, it's a theme park if nothing else. If they keep updating the graphics in Eve, it's going to keep having an audience.
Clearly a drifter device for understanding flatulence after Indian food.
All right, tomato afterburner, if you would please.
Copy.
Oh, sounds like the storm's picking up outside.
Oof.
I am jealous if you have a storm outside. At the moment, ours is just kind of iron gray drizzle.
Ooh.
Yeah, like really drizzly morning, but it's proper storm now.
Do you guys see those pictures from outside the Harpa on the seawall?
Fleet, take gate, take gate, take gate, take gate. Take gate.
Saw some.
Is this where we get the heads up that they're actually moving FanFest because the harbor's flooded?
Don't know.
Don't say these things.
Water was definitely going over the wall.
Off to Finland, guys.
Well, I mean, I was there in January. But
Fleet, go to gate Charlie. Gate Charlie. Kill the red shapes. Verzak, you can loot on the second wave around when we come back, because we'll have to come back to this room.
Hack.
It would definitely help if I told the command ship to go to the gate as well.
What's the speed of the command ships, Dark?
Both of them are getting around 1,200 meters per second with the prop mod.
Oh, they have micro drives, don't they?
Yeah, they do have micro warp drives.
I think the Pilgrim must be the slowest ship because I only get 666. 666.
I think it is the slowest ship.
If the Confessors aren't in prop mode, they clock 530.
There you go. So you're slightly faster than a Confessor not in prop mode. Alright. Drones in. Drones in. Drones in. Take the gate. Take the gate. Take the gate.
Yeah, prop mode, we go about 700.
Drones in, drones in, drones in, drones in, drones. Take the gate, take the gate, take the gate.
No drifter.
Shift change in 2 minutes.
Wasn't it at 20?
Was it 20? Sorry. No, it was 20. Sorry, my bad.
So it'd be 50.
50, yep.
Gate approach, gate Bravo. Let me check to make sure. Nothing new. Excellent. And normally these rooms wouldn't need to be checked. Or normally are not checked just because they're side rooms with nothing of interest. But
However,
it's been a while. It's been a while, so we might as well. I mean, the pictures I took were from 2016, so nothing has changed in like 4 years.
Yep.
That's very encouraging.
Right?
Have we really been doing this for 4 years?
Longer, I think.
It's been about 5. The current version of Aria and the Drifters are about the same age.
I was going to say, I remember Drifters originally came in. They were the crosses back when we had crosses still.
Yeah.
Okay, and everybody's here. Fleet take the gate. Fleet take the gate. Fleet take the. Yeah,
that didn't last all that terribly long, though. I remember one of the early phrases being "remove the kebab."
Yeah.
I love kebab.
Remove kebab.
So were you attempting these before you even had the doctrines or the hulls that we currently use?
Yes.
Oh God, yes.
I originally used Stratios.
Oh, do I miss the Caracal doctrine? I mean, it resulted in mass death, but it was fun.
Yep, that roll of the dice. Am I going to die this time?
Who is going to die this time? Everybody approach.
I was usually the first one down. Yes.
Bravo. Approach it.
Which Gate Bravo?
Yes, Gate Bravo. Approach Gate Bravo. Kill
Who
the red
wants
tape.
to die?
Verzak, you can do your looting.
What was it? We lost a ship on every Doomsday, didn't we?
Yep. We lost the ship.
It was about 2/3 of the time. Every now and then they'd miss.
This Bertha guy is going to Gate C.
He is going to loot, as previously discussed.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Nope.
Oh,
Good job. You're looking. You're looking, so that's the important part.
Yeah, and the Caracal ones as well, and the people that hadn't seen the pickup sticks room, and people are like, "Oh, it's fine. I'll hop out my ship. You can jump it. You can go see this pickup sticks room." I remember that.
I still have multiple surviving Caracals from that time, still named acceptable loss 10, 11, and 12.
Yikes.
One.
I'm just amazed that you took Stratii in here.
I took a scythe. I died. I grabbed another scythe and then YOLO'd my way through the site alone to catch up with the fleet in the Hive.
Where you proceeded to die again.
Yeah, but you know what? I made it. That was the important part. I made it alone, by myself. In a sight.
Well, the first ship I entered the Hive with was a Heron, actually.
It was more fun when you had to hack the gates in the side room.
Yeah.
Synchronized hacking was enjoyable.
Yeah, both sides had to complete their hacks at the same time, so that way the other side could get through.
And people wonder why I get all cheerful when we get killed.
Well, don't forget the death ball, Arya.
I assure you I have not forgotten the death ball. I look forward to the next one, and the one after that, and the one that contains the first Drifter Carrier or Dreadnought.
Ooh. Drifter Dreads and, yeah.
Drifter Dreadnought's the one that in Wormhole Space is pretty similar. I mean, you have the HP for it.
They were supposed to, yeah. But
The Arithmos, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But only kind of. I mean, it doesn't have the Doomsday.
Yeah, but it has a target radius of a super carrier.
Are we good to go?
Take gate. Yeah, I was just waiting for Verzak to catch up. He caught up, so we can go. Take the gate. Take it.
I was mostly asking because I was about to shoot off the front, despite precautions.
Yeah. No, I was waiting for Verzak, but right as you called, Verzak landed on the gate.
Hi.
All right, approach gate Gulf. Kill the shapes on the way. Verzak, if you want, once you get to the MTU, you could drop your loot off, and then the MTU will pick it up.
Okay.
Never ever heard someone so sad that they're dropping their loot.
Maybe he likes holding on to it, and he likes the shine.
It's been so long.
Hold on for dear life. Might be your last.
Oh yeah, we got a melted nano ribbon score. We're gonna be rich, boys. Gonna be rich. Got a melted
we
nano ribbon.
leaked in that.
Hundreds of ISK between us.
Rich, I tell you.
Beyond the dreams of avarice.
Horror of the probe map, though. Holy fucking.
Can you imagine how silly it would be if a Guardian's Gala site started spawning in here?
A wild drifter approaches. Uh-oh.
Oh, for anyone else that was followers of Empires of Eve Volume 2, there's just been an update.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Who the what are we?
Who the what are we? The Empires of Eve was a book originally by Andrew Gruen, just telling the story of basically the Empires of Eve originally, and he put out one book and then has decided to put out another one, and he just, as I say, he just posted an update for Volume 2.
Ooh.
Are these empires in the sense of the Galdari, the Minmatar, etc., or in the sense of Goonswarm?
Historical Empires of Eve.
Goonswarm.
That doesn't actually clarify the answer all that much. Yeah. Which history are we talking
the player Empires of Eve.
There we go.
Player Empires. Goonswarm, Bob, Atlas, who else? I guess PL.
It was like friggin' Phoenix Alliance, my old alliance back in the day. Like the original Northern Empires.
I remember them.
That was a very, very, very long time. I was with them back in Nullsec before capital ships were introduced into the game.
Yep, I started playing the game just after Dreadnoughts became a thing.
Yikes.
4-6 just showed up at the same time.
Say again?
4 new signatures popped up at the same time.
That would probably be people traversing through wormholes.
Or just wormholes respawning.
That too. You got the shift change in 2 minutes.
This is probably the safest spot in the game right here.
Possibly.
Just to give everybody an update, we're up to 7 melted nano ribbons now.
Well, I mean, when you are docked in Cheetah, there's always the possibility of an aneurysm.
We're now up to what?
To have such wealth.
Singular thousands of ISK each.
That's capitalism at its worst, that is.
Dark, you want us to clean up everybody's shields before we go through here?
I might as well. Part of me wants to wait for the MTU to tractor all the loot in.
Well, this does have a certain amount in common with Cheetah. I mean, there is a button typically found in the upper right-hand side of the screen where if you push it at the wrong moment, you have a good chance of dying.
What do you mean, undock?
Exactly.
The end of the world is near. Undock.
What's the other phrase? Undocking in Eve is consensual PvP.
Undocking in Eve is consenting to being blued by test.
I guess I'll just wait for it to tractor in that last large wreck and then...
Mallow, out of interest, what are you using on me that's making you red box?
Shield repair drones.
Oh, weird. It should be purplish, should it?
Should be purple.
I don't know.
Weird.
Shooting and repairing you at the same time.
That's advanced logic.
Is he using some sort of electronic warfare?
No.
Can you construct a rudimentary lathe?
Yeah. If nobody's shooting you, you should run out of a job soon.
If nobody's shooting you, are you playing Eve?
Perhaps just not right.
This is the first time I've ever seen an Astarte used as a salvage ship, and I'm so confused.
To be honest, I think the Astarte is probably quite confused as well.
When is the Astarte not confused? Alright, we're gonna wait 2 minutes, just in case. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing we did before, where the Damnation goes, then the Guardians and the Pilgrim, and then eventually if any objections. Excellent.
So the gate called Sentinel Reef, where does it?
That takes you to the beacon that you can see on the overview that says Sentinel. Right where we warped in at the first time around and the second time around. All the rifts take you right back to that. It's kind of like a big reset button.
You ever run one of those unknown anomalies in the probe scanner?
Yeah, they don't really have anything. They're space.
Just a combat side.
Yeah, it's just space scenery. Occasionally, the drifters and or lancers will be there. They'll roam around to those as well, but otherwise, they're just space scenery. There's literally nothing actually there for you to do.
But if you want to see strange architecture, you want to visit them.
Alright, Damnation is now aligning down the gate. Guardians and Pilgrim, please align down the gate with your prop mine. Damnation.
Close the room again?
Yeah, Same thing as they did before. Damnation goes first.
Yep.
The boss room. There's literally just the boss, so give it a second. Come on, Akanta. Do your job. And... Alright, Guardians of Pilgrims, you may go. Everybody else, you can start aligning. Guardians of Pilgrims, you can get set up. And everybody else take the gate.
It would be great if one of these times we saw like a sort of repetitive pattern in local, a typical encrypted CCP messing with us, except that it was the sound of snoring.
Hikanta on Super.
Fleet, get set up on Hikanta. Get set up on Hikanta. Get set up on Hikanta. Hikanta. Hikanta hit a damn thing.
Changing to keep at range 500 on Stitcher.
It's on Super?
Correct.
It should be orbiting 1000.
While web, yeah?
Yep, well webbed. You orbit Hikanta 1000. Gotcha. And then approach Stitcher once it comes off, if it comes off. If it doesn't come off, then you keep your orbit at 1000. By the way, it's Barbican next.
Gotcha.
I used to have an enormous surplus of those. I just collided with Super General. I am not sure whether that is a result of orbits not being settled yet.
Let's assume that's the case for right now and see how it...
So, side effect of chasing Caprice, after the collision, I subsequently collided with the Hikanta.
Yeah, not surprised at all.
Cut the corner.
Yeah, cutting corners to try to catch up. And another collision, this time with Stitcher.
You'll get there eventually.
Hopefully not by the Hikanta DDing me and putting me out of my misery.
Gonna shoot at Stitcher. Stitcher's definitely the DD bunny in this one.
So far.
Well, it looks like it settled out a little bit. So, that being the case, Caprice?
0.36.
Aria?
0.36.
Haratomato?
0.31.
Stitcher?
0.29.
General?
0.2.
Mallow?
0.19.
Pop Drifter. Pop Drifter. Pop Drifter. Pop Drifter. Pop Drifter. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. Drop it like it's hot.
Swing and a miss on Stitcher.
Polar.
There are many precursor entities that do not seem to like Stitcher.
Yet everything else in the room is hitting me. Yeah.
Who doesn't, Stitcher? Let's be honest here. Should probably hit the regroup before everybody, just drifts off in a random direction.
Everything in the room has now disengaged from Super.
Switching to Pilgrim, switching to Mallow.
Don't let Mallow die.
Confirming.
Do not let Mallow die.
Confirming, let him die.
Prefer it if you didn't, but shit happens, I guess.
Let's see, do we have a vault run to make?
We do. So,
Magda needs to leave after we finish this room, unfortunately.
No, that's okay. This is the last room, so. Okay, actually, second to last room. Scratch that. I guess I might as well just take the can.
So remind me the protocol for getting out if we are leaving early and leaving.
If you're leaving early, just warp to the bookmark that you made earlier and make sure you filled out the form.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody should have your prop mods on, and that's really about it. Just be careful.
All right.
When you jump through, keep an eye out for drifters on the other side.
If you see drifters, don't decloak. Wait for them to pass through the gate. If you decloak, they can lock you more or less instantly before you can warp off. So you will probably die. Because they warp scram.
Interesting. All right. Okay. Well, thank you FC for Fleet. This is the first time I've done this. I'm enjoying the new content.
Thanks
Have a good afternoon.
Drones engaging. Shiver me timbers.
Shiver me timbers. Arr.
What would be a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
It's not R.
It's the C.
It is the C that they truly love.
Come on, guys.
Except for butt pirates, who prefer the D.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it.
Ooh.
Seems legit.
I landed like 90 kilometers off.
Yeah, it's so the wormholes are always dead space zones. You remember how we landed at the beacon on the other side?
I do. I thought that was a beacon.
It was a beacon. There's an equivalent beacon that's invisible on this side. It's called the signature.
I see.
If you scan down the signature, it's exactly 2.5 kilometers from where you land every time, unless you warp at range.
I landed at 0, and I directed to land at 0, and it landed me at about 9.
Yep, that's about normal.
Okay.
Oops. I seem to have done a bad at some point.
Damn it, Caprice. You had one job.
On my way back to the middle.
We used to drop micro jump drive units for general use at the warp in point. But that's normally for just getting back.
We used to do that, but people have a habit of blowing it up, and with more people going through these days, they become campsites. So that is And in case anybody's wondering,
oh, I thought there was something on after. I thought you were going to say something after. In case anybody's wondering.
In case anybody's, I gotta give it a second.
Caprice, I really hope nothing lands on us because you are 120 kilometers away.
I am that.
He can go the other way, and then when he gets to 150, he can warp to.
That just posted a picture in Fleet Chat. That is what the conversion, how the conversion occurs. It isn't a straight drop thing, receive doodad. It's literally a window pops up. You can hit open. You can hit the access button on it and look for your. but you can't just stuff items in it. Doesn't work that way. I don't know how many times people keep asking that.
Oh, I hope these battleships go through in the next 20 seconds.
Oh, you got battleships. Worst case, crash the hull and then wait like a minute. Or I guess 5 or however many the
Crash the hull meaning jump through again?
Yep. Crash the hull and then wait until
And wait for the polarization to wear off.
Yep. Yeah, it'd
Do
be
we
nice
have
to
to
insert
do
hands.
something with the Sentinel vault, or
Yeah,
we are
go ahead.
waiting for you to
Click on the vault and then click access. And look what pops up.
Okay.
Is the asset button is grayed out, so I can do nothing.
Yeah. It's
So
the item.
if you don't have the item in your list, you cannot do anything. Do you see where it says input required? You can't do anything. So other people who have asked, like, why can't you stuff anything else in there? That's why. That window right there is why you cannot just stuff random objects in the box. All right, now we're going to the gate. Just,
Like the acceleration gate?
Yes, the acceleration gate.
Golf.
The Nexus transfer.
Yes, it's a bit of a harch.
I spy
Can't
with
we
my
just walk
eye.
through it?
No, because this is dead space. You could try, though. You let me know how that works for you.
Getting all the warp here because natural phenomena are disrupting.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But funny thing, you can warp onto the rocks in those emergent conduits from Triglavian run.
Yeah, but that's not a dead space. That's an actual just open space area.
Basically, this is a dungeon.
Yeah, good way to say it.
With dragons too.
Yes.
Here be dragons. Here be dragons. We literally just punched the dragon in the face and took its lunch money.
And it breathed fire at us and missed because we passed our reflex save. Or
More excuse for a dragon then.
Because we have stacked the hell out of our reflex save.
Dex, man. Piling the dex.
What is this, us, Stitcher? Fire at us.
Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Arxan, you in speed mode, bud?
Apparently I'm not, even though I hit the button for it. Thank you, Confessor.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't love you anymore.
I saw that I wasn't in speed mode, so I hit the speed mode button, but I didn't go into speed mode.
oh boy.
Oh boy.
So on the 28th of February, down in South London, there's going to be an event featuring Sargon of Akkad, Zuby, and Count Dankula.
Don't know, he sounds pretty dank.
This sounds like one of those Japanese things. Where all of a sudden a man in a cat suit starts playing heavy metal drums.
Okay.
It's actually really fun.
The screeching will be heard from up here.
Well, the last time I was in London, that was the week of both the student riots and also a Harry Potter premiere, and so that was kind of a weird culture clash.
Oh my!
A weird confluence of events. It's like a bunch of people shouting about student loans and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel the
magic schools are too damn high?
Did you feel the sonic boon a couple of months back? Stitcher.
That was a ways south of me.
I gotcha.
By the way, I just reposted it in Fleet. There's the form. You might want to take the minute to fill it out. If you haven't, you get nothing.
You have to fill it out every run, or
If you
once?
do,
Just
you
once.
get.
You have to fill it out just once.
If you do, you get a bowl of gruel and a pat on the head.
No.
Parius dropped
More
into the
bad on
stream,
bowl of
Dirk.
gruel than you would have gotten otherwise.
Did he?
He commended your FCing skills.
Hey?
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody should fill out the form just once, and only once. So that way you can receive your bacon. If you don't want the bacon, then I will take your bacon.
Bacon.
No to extra bacon.
Why do rogue drones rogue up twice?
Well, you see, there's the difference. There's one where they rogue it up, and one where they rouge it up.
Ah, that's the one.
No one expects the rouge drones.
Nope.
I can't see if people actually fill it out, though. I think Haria might be able to, but I'm not sure on that.
By the way, which of the payment options are if I don't actually want anything, if that's okay?
Donation.
Just donation?
Just donation. Basically, everything goes back into ARC's general fund for future use.
So, whose organization do we actually put here?
Yours.
Yours.
Like, are you part of test? You put test. If you don't want to answer that, you can leave it blank. If you're like me, I just answer independent.
It has a little red star, so you can't leave it blank.
Oh, well then answer independent if you really don't feel like answering.
I just put down the Quope name.
There you go. That works. That works. Element is the doodad. I will.
The MacGuffin.
You won't be getting Sentinel. You'll be getting Barbican.
You be getting space bread.
Space bread. It looks like a loaf of bread.
If you're really lucky and you start collecting for years and years, you get space toast.
Moldy space bread.
Yummy.
So
put it in the left side of your hanger. Eventually, it will go to the right side on its own.
Everybody here?
It's used for asking questions. It's literally. It's only.
So Dark, so you probably should mention that if you want ISK, that there is an ISK value set by ARC, right?
Yes, there is a set value by ARC. ARC will, just provide you money if you don't want the. I forget what the amount is. I'd have to look.
75 million per element.
Okay, there you go. From the actual art director's mouth, not mine. I'm just an FC.
Ooh, 75 mil is not bad.
I'm not in charge of anything other than herding cats, apparently, today.
Are we proceeding through?
Is anybody else still filling out the form? Speak now or take the gate. Take the gate. We take the gate. Nobody spoke up. We're taking the gate. I'm just going to assume that you all filled it out because I can't see the responses.
Press Alt 3 as you're going through the gate.
And there should be exactly 20 responses if everybody did it right. Haria. So
there it is. Big old pile of sticks.
Giant pile of sticks. Do we want to make the drug trade or not?
Is this like Tiglavian space?
Say that question one more time.
Is this similar to Tiglavian space?
I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure if it's like Triglavian space because it has no extra effects besides the wormhole system.
Oh, I mean the rays and the clouds around the things floating.
It's only
not
just
clear what those are.
So they're spatial anomalies.
Or down.
Yeah, those are just a skybox texture. We don't know what they're supposed to really represent in lore, if that's what you're asking.
The massive debris.
Yes, it's massive. It's a pickup stick.
Actually, in the early stage, it was more like a hedgehog, which all sticks just put together and pointing outwards. So there was a slight development, I guess.
There are no drifters in here?
There can be. They've been known to roam through here from time to time, but it's just like any other.
There is a repository here.
Yeah, that's where that's where you get drugs from. If you manage to get the alignment sequences that I got. but I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. If you get both alignment sequences, you can go over there and get 10 drugs.
10 whole drugs?
It used to be a lot better when drifter drugs were good, but weren't confiscated. They were back when drugs were not so great in Hive.
Yeah. These were the legal amazing drugs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. These were the legal highs.
You get one of the anti-pharmacons. You get one of the 5 anti-pharmacon drugs, Califo.
Look up, look down.
I don't remember which one comes from which, but each hive has its own drug.
You can warp to it, right?
No. You could try, but it's not going to work.
Dead Space again?
Yep. The whole site's Dead Space.
Like, one of my favourite things I've done was taking a cheetah and go slow boating with the micro warp drive through the site to get pictures of the urchin when it was still an urchin.
So
I have uploaded to propaganda screenshot of the thing size.
If you are done sightseeing, align to your wormhole. If you are still sightseeing, just sit there.
Gazing.
Yeah.
It's worth mentioning that this room actually is a dead end for the whole Drifter storyline. I mean, there was the stick ball in the first stage. Now you have a snake or whatever, and well, we pretty much expected that there would be further stages, but it never came to.
Let's go.
Never in a long time we will see.
Dark, like the space urchin that it used to be. If you have it.
I don't.
Give me a moment and I can.
I think somebody has it somewhere. I don't have it.
Grace probably does.
Can we set up a cap transfer, please? Thank you.
What are you even running?
The cap
transfer to the other ship.
Just
the cap transfer will eventually cap you out if you're not receiving.
There we go.
Shall we go home?
Yeah, we will once everybody's done sightseeing. There's 2 people left sightseeing right now.
So that's it in the fleet there.
You've got Califo and Harley.
Yeah, thanks, Arya. This is a picture of the stick ball, right?
So you guys heard about the nerf of ore in Nullsec, right?
The what?
That they removed a lot of ore out of Nullsec.
Oh, yeah.
With the last.
They remove a lot of ore from everywhere.
Everywhere except
High-sec
wormholes.
Yeah, Hive is not too much though, but soon all the normal minerals will be removed out of moon ore as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding.
No,
Nope.
and
No.
all the
That's
normal
happening.
ores.
That was the Valentine's Day update.
Yep, all the ores will be gone out of moon belts. Like there's no Arcan or Abyss or whatsoever. Feldspar, Squadite, what so inside.
So
moon
there is no sense in having a moon drill on Hive right after that.
For moon minerals, there might be some in Hive. Maybe some normal ore in there left to compensate. But at least Nullsec is going to lose it all. And they are so desperate right now that their oracles are actually in the data and relic sites in Nullsec, mining those rocks.
Hara Tomato, you still sightseeing?
No, it's fine. I'm ready to go.
You might want to align to the wormhole.
Yeah, Caprice's picture is what this thing used to look like.
Such great pictures.
Everybody else is lined out, so you're just going to get caught in the warp this time. All right, Tomato.
It was so fun, like, sitting on top of the thing in the cheetah.
Didn't go to the wrong one.
This is not my bookmark, by the way.
Damn it, I went to the wrong one then.
What's the last image in that Imgur link?
The completed gate.
Yeah, that's what we think it. That's what it potentially turns into if you align it right. That's from the back end files, Caldari Prime Pony Club.
I believe there was a time when it actually did look like that.
I don't think there was. I've only ever seen that in Caldari Prime Pony Club.
I've only ever seen it as the urchin in game, which I think, if I recall, is like stage 1 or stage 2 if you call what we have at the moment stage 0. And I think the completed gate was 5.
So, originally, as reported, it looked like the urchin. Then it scattered.
All right, there we go. There's the wormhole. No, went to the wrong bookmark. All right, everybody approach.
We nicknamed it the pickup sticks room, but it's the Nexus.
Hint of finishing a gate that would jump you to Joe space, or what?
We have no earthly clue.
Fun.
In character, Arya thinks that it's an antenna array of some variety.
Yep, that makes sense. Like we haven't any idea about the gate formation of the thing. That's part of what it's so cool about it. We've seen it as an urchin, like a loose, just sat there not doing anything, inert, and we've seen it disassembled, presumably because the drifters poked it, and it doesn't like AIs. It only wants like an actual sentient operator or a human operator, inverted commas. But yeah, in terms of what it could be, we've got no fucking idea. Out of character, we can go, okay, look, we've seen it aligned as a crazy Jovian gate.
It was named Gate in the files.
Yeah.
It was named Jovian Gate in the files.
Yeah, it's like, And the other Jovian Gate was built out of battleships or something, right? In the Carolina video.
Yeah, there was some thought that somehow it was connected to the thing that shattered the wormholes. That when the Jove Dyson sphere blew up, that it came through here and blew up the shattered. Uriel has a whole thing about that.
Well, I mean, it's tied up with Salem as well, isn't it? And
maybe it was
the Lacat How Fucker caravan going through to Thera and blowing up all the stations there and kicking off the stellar event and the quantum-linked caches of... was it Isogen 5?
ISO 5, yep.
You could never actually jump into Joe space, right?
Wow.
You couldn't jump into it, no.
The only way to get to Jove space historically has been to get into the Alliance tournament or be a dev or a GM.
Not entirely true.
I mean, yeah, although Sancha have made it in there somehow.
Okay.
When
declare an exception.
I was going to say, when the Jovian ambassador was going around to the different nullsec alliances back in the day, they were actually pulled into Geospace for the conference with a Jovian ambassador.
Oh, nifty. That was, I think, before my time.
That was way back.
Prop mods off, and then take the wormhole.
Say that again.
Turn your prop mods off and jump through. No hostiles far side.
Align 2 is up. Align 2 is up. Please align to the thing. Anybody not on the case-based side? All right, that's good. That means everybody's here. Take the fleet. And that should be the end of the fleet. You are dismissed.
Yay!
Have a
Thank you.
Dodgy buddies.
Thanks for fleet.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks for the fleet. It was fun.
In case it needs saying, do not engage the Autothisian Lancers on the way out.
All right. Thanks for sleeping.
It will not go quite the same as it did in the actual Hive system.
Yeah.
They will scream for help, and help will come.